back to another episode of Meet Cardano. In this episode, we're going to be talking with Alec from TapTools and really just trying to get a good understanding of what TapTools is. And what it is it's a place for you to track your native assets on Cardano. So let's say you own some Wing Riders tokens, some World Mobile tokens, some Sunday swaps, some Meld, some ADA Finance, you own some Fi Finance, you own some Charlie 3. Let's say you own all of it. Track your portfolio, connect your wallet, your Nami wallet, your Eternal wallet, what have you. And you'll actually be able to track your performance. You go in there, you can look at the graphs, you can compare the graphs. They show you a 7-day, they show you a 24-hour, they show you the volume. And it really is a great tool. I use it multiple times a week whenever I'm wanting to buy and sell tokens. And so I really hope that everyone gets a good use out of it. So anyways, here's our interview, and I really hope that you guys enjoy it. And I really hope you guys use TapTools, and I can't wait for TapTools Pro and they're what they call their version 3. So thank you again, Alec, for your time. Thank you for setting everything up in TapTools for us to use. Cheers, everybody. So what exactly is TapTools? Like, can you walk us through this website?
Yes. Currently, we're the #1 asset tracking platform on Cardano. So as you can see, a lot of the token data, so trending, top gainers, also losers, recently added, and then the top 25 on Cardano based on fully diluted market cap. So if you want to, necessarily trade tokens, this is the platform for you. So the big thing is when you're trading, you need to have informed decisions. Well, you need to have the data to make informed decisions when trading. And currently, maybe 5 months ago, there was never even an opportunity to do this until we came along. So you can see a deep dive into the token information. And this is specifically MinSwap, the pool of World Mobile on MinSwap. We have Sunday Swap, MinSwap, Wing Riders, and Sunday Swap currently, but we're going to add ADAX and also MuesliSwap soon. So right now, if you see, let's just say on World Mobile, a lot of buyers coming in at this current moment. And what you'll see is how much World Mobile they bought, the amount of ADA that was bought. And then you'll be able to see, here's the address. But all right, who is this guy? This guy has 35,000 ADA in his wallet. And very soon, which I'll get into TapTools Pro, you'll be able to see show more, which you're going to be able to see a deep dive into that specific wallet, which is really cool.
That's awesome. So do you guys have any additional tools for TapTools? Like I can see the general candles here. I can see the layouts. I can see the top 25. Do you guys have other trading tools associated with this, like Fibonacci sequences or maybe like 52-week high, 52-week low, just different stuff like that, maybe?
Yeah, so token God mode, which I don't know if it's going to be called God mode, Musk mode, Hosk mode, whatever we call it, it's going to be in the token tracker. So it's going to be a really deep dive into the specific projects, which we don't do too much talking about, but it's almost built out at this current moment. It's incredible. I'm not going to share too much information regarding it, but yes, a lot of that will be included.
Nice, man. I'm digging it. I love it. I love that just up there at the top you got your ticker going across. You got your epoch, how many days left we got in the epoch. Yeah, it really shows out a good history. Just like you would expect this on any good exchange. But I think that here's where a lot of people can just dive in and do their research on Cardano tokens. And I think you guys are really filling a gap that was a void in the space before. And so I really appreciate what you guys are doing. Can you talk a little bit, like while we transition maybe into TapTools Pro and some of those features, can you talk a little bit about the team and who makes up the team?
Yeah. Well, currently I'm the CEO. We have Jacob, which is our CTO, James, our COO, Chief of Operations. Alex is our Chief of Marketing. We have Tony, which is our social media guy. Tanner, he does the UI UX. Great addition to our team. And a couple individuals, Aslam and Yahia, are a couple developers as well. Maurice also is a community manager. We have a nice, solid, strong team. And the thing about the team is they all believe in the vision. They all believe in the mission. And every day it's just nothing but great energy on meetings.
Nice. I'm liking it. So how can how much how much time does it take to set something like this up? I imagine it's not easy.
No, it took a long time. And, just to kind of jump into like, how do we get to TapTools, right? And it's Jacob James and we started an incubator fund back in the day, I don't want to say 2 years ago. And we all pooled family and friend money into one fund and we were trading. And as we're building our portfolio, ADA was one of our top holdings. And, where you make a lot of money is putting money into or investing into low cap tokens within the ecosystem. And so at that point, we were in, Ethereum, EVM, we're using DEX tools, CoinMarketCap, later on Nansen. And we realized none of those platforms integrated Cardano. And so from there, it was like, okay, so we want to trade these tokens, or we want to buy some of these tokens, but we don't have the knowledge, we don't have the data, we don't, like, it's not there, nobody has it. And so that's when it kind of the initiation of, okay, let's build it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not there, you got to fill a gap for
Right.
sure. And so what's y'all's background? Like just you individually, like how did you get involved in crypto? How did you hear about crypto? What is your crypto journey?
My crypto journey is it's quite the one. I mean, I heard about it a long time ago, and without knowledge of the space, you just hear one thing and you just think to yourself like, maybe not, or no. Until I got really knowledgeable about it and someone kind of broke it down to me in terms of, hey, this is the future of the world and here's why. And after that, I kind of got the aha moment. I was a former student athlete, so I graduated with a bachelor's degree a few years ago. So, being in school, you didn't hear too much about it. You didn't dive deep into it. And when I got out, I was big into the marketing sector, and I see a lot of things going on. So when I got this knowledge, I ended up buying some Ethereum. And then from there, I bought some Shiba Inu, which I was told, hey, listen, buy this. This is gonna do you good. And as a marketing background, I realized like the power of community, right? So dove into that. From there,
So what did you think about Sheep?
I was an early investor. So
Oh,
um,
really?
yeah, I was there. I was there
So
in the
you made
beginning.
out like a bandit.
I hate to say it because it's yes, but yes,
No,
it
I mean
was.
a buddy of mine did the same thing. He didn't know any of the fundamentals, and so I see these meme coins in these pumps, and whenever we are talking about these meme coins, they they have the potential to make people a lot of money or lose people a lot of money. And it's really interesting um whenever we're talking about those tokens because um I think we take them too seriously at times. Like we look at them and we're like, "Oh, Doge to the moon. Oh, get in this other one." But then at the same time, you keep escalating that and you end up with something like Safe Moon
Mm,
where you lock up your tokens. And I have friends that have lost they don't have tons of money to invest into cryptos, but they're like, "Oh, Doge did great. Shiba Inu did great. Safe Moon, we're going to the moon and it's safe." I was like, "No, stop it. You're locking up your funds. It's a scam. Don't do that." Like
yes.
or at least it appears to be a scam. And they did not uh, do so well with that one. So I think that we really have to. How did you start laying into fundamentals and into tokens, and then how did you come back to Cardano?
Well, I've had my fair share of getting rug pulled, so I've got to learn from the worst, and then I got to see the best. With Shiba. And so, like they say, if you're not super knowledgeable in the space, it's not quick money is never great money. So when you make quick money, you tend to lose it quick.
Hmm.
Not saying that I lost it quick, but I definitely invested into my fair share of rug pulls, which didn't sit well with me. And from there, it was all about research. It was data. It was diving deep. I don't know if you're familiar with Nansen, but it was diving deep into the data, which is going to allow me to be super informative when trading. And so Cardano native assets, when you have such a, I'm not going to say a new ecosystem by any means, but when tokens start coming out, smart contracts, and things start evolving, you need this data in order to invest. Everybody, every one of us does. And that's when we just, like you mentioned earlier, just filling the gap. And so we noticed that we have a strong developer, Jacob, on the back end. One of the smartest individuals that I've met, and he's a genius when it comes down to development. So that's kind of what transitioned us into Cardano, was filling a gap, and then also knowing for ourselves, if we want to invest into these tokens, we need the data. If nobody's going to build it, then we will.
Nice, man. How long has TapTools been around?
Ooh, it's close to.
Like, when did you guys set it up? When did you start with the idea? What was that journey like?
February of this year. So I couldn't even count those months, 7 months maybe. We started. I think we released in March or April. But yeah, I mean, like I said, DEX tools, right? We use that a lot for EVM. And so we said, listen, let's just model what they have, but for Cardano. And so that was kind of the transition of from there to there.
No, and I think it's a powerful tool. Do you happen to have the TapTools Pro set up to where we can go back and look at it, or did you exit out of it?
I did exit out of it, but it's we don't have it out completely yet. So it's going to be, it's not there yet. So, but Wallet Profiler and Token God mode, or House mode, whatever we call it, that'll be coming out very shortly. So within the month, we'll be releasing that, and then it's going to be really cool. And obviously, I'll do a lot of screen sharing and good stuff for Twitter and all that good stuff. But it's going to be really, really cool. So Wallet Profiler, meaning, okay, this person or this whale or this individual is trading this token. Let's dive deep into them. You're going to be able to see the labels that we label these wallets. You're going to be able to see their trading history, every trade they've made in that wallet, their portfolio, all the assets they hold, as well as associated wallets. So, all right, they moved funds from this wallet to this wallet. Okay, well, let's see the inbound and outbound transactions of these wallets, and then just dive deep into specific wallets, which this is not going to be a free feature by any means, but it's a really, really, really powerful tool for individuals to have.
So have you guys, not locking you into anything, have you guys talked about what you want that price range to be roughly? Not locking you on anything, or if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it.
No, we're gonna release it free for a month. So the community is gonna have it free for a month. And then in terms of price, nothing's solidified yet. We're trying to bundle certain things. Like, instead of, all right, just get this feature, we're gonna do some bundling. But yeah, nothing specific yet.
Have you guys asked for any funding from Catalyst at all for this project?
We got funded for Fund 9.
Okay, nice. So, and what did you guys ask for? How much of it was funded? And then what have you guys gone through the funds? Have you guys what did those funds allow you to do?
Yeah, so we got funded for Fund 9. We released one proposal which got funded on. Very blessed to be able to be funded. And looking at the numbers, it was quite crazy. We had some of the highest unique wallets to vote on us, but we also had a lot of ADA that voted against us. Don't know why or how, but we asked for 180,000 USD, which we haven't received any yet, which we should have received yesterday, but I got an email saying it's going to be a day or two. But it's going to allow us to really scale. So right now we've been out of pocket this whole time, all of our founders, and so we put a lot of sweat and tears into this project out of our own pockets, if that makes sense. And so we haven't been able to afford to scale. We've been dialing back. Okay, let's not hire this person because we can't afford it. So now what this is going to do is allow us to scale at a faster rate, right? So we should have seen Pro already come out now, but we just don't have the manpower.
I'm assuming maybe some of the founders are still. Might be a not like a side job, but just kind of like a hobby for maybe some of the developers there, because you still have to live your life, and if you're funding it all, your own personal runway can only go so far.
Yes, majority of our team does have everyday regular jobs, and our developer, we came to a point where he had to get another job. So he left his job to pursue this. He had a way himself to say, okay, listen, I can dive deep into this for a few months and then see where we can take it. And from there, he had to get another job, not to speak for anybody else, but to be able to survive, like you said. So, yeah, we have a
I
strong
mean,
team.
yeah, absolutely. You have to do what you got to do. People have families, people have homes, apartments,
Yes.
vehicles. You have groceries. You have expenses that you have to pay for. And and so I'm glad to see that you guys got funded with Catalyst. I'm glad to see that you're on an upward trajectory. I'm glad to see that you're able to monetize the the tool to an extent, but you also have a free version as well. So I'm excited to see where you guys are coming with this, man. It seems like you guys are doing some good stuff. Seems like you're on the right track, but I just kind of caught you uh, right before the hopefully the big explosion to the upside.
Yes. Yeah. And I appreciate you recognizing us. Uh, a lot of people don't really know who we are yet. And that's the crazy thing, which is okay to me because, we're continuously evolving. Like I mentioned, V1 to V2 to V3. Once version 3 comes out, I think a lot of people will be aware. And once we add a swapping mechanism, whether it's a DEX aggregator or whether we're working with somebody else, that's going to be powerful. And then to be able to do deep dives into tokens, especially as the market rises and as we onboard more and more people, it's not about today. It's not about yesterday or tomorrow. It's about what's going to happen a year from now. What's going to happen 2 years from now. It's setting ourselves up for, when we onboard, let's just say, hundreds of millions to billions of users.
Yeah, that so whenever you're looking out at all the different projects on TapTools, um, what are some of your I'm guessing you've dug into a lot of these tokens that that you put on that you track and you follow their metrics and everything. What are some key features that Cardano offers each one of these platforms or each one of these tokens that really sticks out to you? Like what are your favorite features of Cardano? I guess would be a simpler way of asking that.
Well, one, we're all in for the future of decentralization, right? And we feel as if Cardano has the empowerment to be able to do that, right? And it's Charles. I love Charles. I listened to this, and I don't quote me on this, but he kind of compared Ethereum to Cardano one time, and it stuck with me for a long time. And again, don't quote me on it, but something about building a skyscraper, right? It's like if you want to build a skyscraper, do you want to do it right? Do you want to lay the correct foundation and build it up the right way, which is going to be long lasting, or do you want to just put up a skyscraper and then continuously, work on it over and over, years over year over year, and just continuously, structure and have construction all over your skyscraper? And that's the comparison between, Ethereum and Cardano. Is Ethereum is going to be continuous construction on your skyscraper, and Cardano is, I know we're building it slow and all this good stuff, but it's going to be a strong foundation, which is going to build the skyscraper, which is going to be here to stay for a long time. Secure, strong foundation, not going anywhere. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great point. And I remember that comparison whenever he was talking about that, and he said, like once it's completed, then all of the different offices in there, meaning like all the different tokens, all of the different people, they can all do their own businesses, they can all have their own jobs, and they can all reach out from the same spot. But it's IOG's job just to provide the infrastructure. It's IOG's job to uh, provide the space and the ability to transact on those. So here let's go into something else. Are you guys working on any other projects at this time outside of uh, TapTools Pro? You guys got any other hidden features that you want to reveal today?
No, TapTools Pro is really the baby right now. And obviously we're working on strengthening our API. This is, our API is going to release maybe in 6 months from now, 4 to 6 months. Will be the market data for tokens and NFTs. So that's something we're continuously strengthening day in and day out, which we're always working on. But in terms of TapTools Pro, that's all we're working on at this current moment.
Nice. what are uh what are some of y'all's hobbies? Like, what do you guys do for fun as a team? Just
Yeah, we're all in
you
separate
guys you
areas.
guys meet, oh, you're all in separate areas? I was wondering if you guys are in separate areas or if you guys all meet up or anything like that. So if you guys are all in separate areas, I'll change the question just a little bit. What do you do for fun? What do you do to relax in your downtime? Because you can get so uh so spun up in personal, or not personal, but like tap tools or crypto. What do you do to really kind of come down from it all, reset yourself, prevent burnout? Like how do you come back to that?
Really, it's just enjoying time with my lady and my dog. You know, hanging at home. She's a pharmacist, so when she gets home, you know, it's just like, all right, let's just take away work and let's just enjoy each other. We love to play pickleball, tennis. You know, we're athletes, so we love to play golf, all this good stuff. Watch
Pickleball is such a
sports.
fun game.
Oh my goodness! Every weekend we're playing pickleball, so
Really
it's our favorite sport right now.
nice. Yeah, I played it just a couple years ago, and there's a place here close by, and they have a bunch of outdoor games, and they have, what was it, 4 outdoor pickleball courts, and then they think they have like 4 or 6 more indoor pickleball courts.
Wow,
Yeah, and then they have a restaurant attached next to it, and
even
so
better.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, so you can just hang out, have a couple drinks, play some pickleball. Uh, but no, I love hearing that you guys are doing that. Um, and so yeah, my wife is uh she's a therapist for adults with major mental illness
Mhm.
or addiction as well. And so whenever she comes home, I can relate to you there. Whenever she comes home as well, it's kind of like just I just want my brain to relax for a minute. And so
Exactly. Yes. And
yeah, I
she
think
she like it's yeah, it's a relief.
yeah. So what were you saying? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I cut you off, but I was just saying, you know, when she comes home, it's just like leave work at work. I'm gonna leave my work where it's at, and let's just relax. And that's just it's a sign of relief.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to have those shared relationships. Um, and so uh, if we don't help each other out, if we don't bring each other up, then it's very easy to get burnt out. It's very easy to get down in the dumps because we're all social creatures. And so, but I love hearing that that you go out and about with that, man. Um, yeah, is there anything that you wanted to bring to the table, to bring up in the forefront? Uh, I really kind of want to dig more into uh well, I'll say this before I ask that question. I really wanted to dig more into uh what your thoughts are about the future of Cardano. Like what do you see going on in the ecosystem? Uh what are you excited about? And we can go from there.
Yes, I mean, after Voltaire era, you know, the vision of onboarding billions of users is always in my mind. So right now, just in general, high level of crypto, there's not very many people onboarded. I mean, there is quite a few people, but um, this is going to be the future of our world. And whether it's this chain or another chain or anything else, we know the blockchain will be the future. And so we're strong. I'm strong on Cardano, but the future of crypto is it's going to be really, really, really unique, and it's about being in the forefront of it, right? Um, I almost forgot your question.
No, it's just what features of Cardano are you most excited for that are about to roll out? So like an example of this would be like Marlow or I know other people they're excited about stable coins. I know IUSD is supposed to release a stable coin right around Thanksgiving uh, for at least, well, Thanksgiving in uh, the US at least. And so I mean, let me grab some context for anyone that doesn't have that date offhand. So Thanksgiving for us is the 24th of November, so in about a week. Um, so yeah, IUSD is supposed to roll out in about a week. That's a stable coin. We got the stuff with Clay Nation that's happening. You got uh, the Cornucopias, their game that's rolling out. You got uh, all sorts of interesting NFT projects. You have Marlowe for simple financial smart contracts. We have DIDS. There's a mystery thing that Cardano or that Charles is supposed to announce in a couple days at the summit. So I mean, uh, there's a ton of things that I think are rolling out that are hard to keep up with. And so, is there anything in particular that jumps out at you? Not even necessarily around like a TapTools uh, aspect, but just individually.
Certainly. I mean, you named two of them, stable coins and DIDs. So I'm really excited for stable coins. Obviously, we all are, but you know, what EndMaker is doing is really, really powerful. And I don't know everything they're doing. They don't show their cards and everything they're doing, but I think their vision and led by Patrick, I think what they're doing to onboard a lot of users and to be able to bring DIDs on board, which is going to really, really take us to a different level. That's huge. So in terms of TapTools, I mean, we're pretty much head down. That's all we do. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of cool features coming onto Cardano that we're excited for. But I can't pinpoint, a multiple of them.
Yeah, or like what your favorite is, or
Favorite
just
feature
like
is
or just
the
DIDs.
proof of stake mechanism. I mean, in general, is phenomenal. But in terms of features, I mean, yeah.
Okay, I can dig it. I mean, I use staking every epoch, and I love my rewards. So
Likewise.
yeah, so I mean, like it's nice having a liquid asset. It's nice having liquid staking, and I think that it's definitely something that we could easily take for granted. But now that we have it, I think it sets a new standard for the whole industry, and I'm glad to hear you say that. So
Yeah, I have some buddies right now that have their Ethereum locked up on Coinbase and they don't know when they're going to get it, So
yeah,
just seeing things like that, it's like, okay, it's an eye opener. And yeah, we take it for granted, the fact that we can stake and we still own possession of these tokens and we get rewards every epoch. So
yeah, I mean, absolutely, it's it's definitely good engineering. It's good thinking, and the fact that they sat down, they thought it through, and they said this is the right way. Um, it definitely opened my eyes to a lot of things, and it makes me really excited for where we go from here. I hope that in the coming months, maybe even next year sometime, we get a longer roadmap. We get proposals maybe from IOG about where they want to go from here. I hope that Catalyst gets improved a little bit. Um, and I will touch on that for a second uh, before we start closing up. What was your Catalyst experience like, and where do you think Catalyst, from a UX perspective, could be improved?
yeah, to be frank, Fund 9 was my first experience. So I actually voted in Fund 8, uh, downloaded the app, voted. And I can tell you right now, and this is just personally between you and I guess it's not, but voting for Fund 8, it was like I saw the top ones and I thought, okay, fund or not. Like, I didn't dive deep as a just a Cardano user that are voting. I didn't dive deep. I just looked at the titles and I said, yeah, this should be funded. Yep, 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 yep. Right. And that's how I looked at it in Fund 8. When I come to Fund 9 and I'm actually making a proposal, then I'm really realizing, like, okay, what did I do in Fund 8? What did I do as a user? What did I really dive deep, right? And so that's the big concern I have with Catalyst, is a lot of users that are just voting, which I know just regular users aren't necessarily whales or have a huge influx of power, but that's how a lot of them think, and that's how a lot of them go about voting. So there needs to be a way, which obviously the assessments, everything needs to change, right? I mean, it needs to do a better job, but my experience as somebody who proposed, it was phenomenal. I think a little bit of organization towards the end needs to be cleaned up, but it's a small group of guys and gals, and I think they're doing what they can do with their time and their efforts. And so obviously we need to continue to improve and improve and improve. But those are just a few things that I noticed.
No, I think that that's a fair comparison. Other people that I've talked to about this topic, they just say there's no way that the average user is going to go through 1,000 proposals. There's just there's not a good way for somebody to go through 1,000 proposals, and so we need to have a filtering system of some kind. And I believe it was Anthony from Drip Drops. He was saying that maybe like a bracket system would work okay. Uh, Maybe that way, like as you get farther and farther along into the bracket, like you can say, like, wait a minute, what is this? Um, like how did that one make it this far? That one does not need to be here. Um, but I mean, if I don't know, I don't know what the right answer is, and I think that that's a really hard topic. So anyone out there listening, um, I believe it's every Thursday there's a Catalyst meeting, and so if you guys want to go on in there, uh, and listen, or if you have any good ideas as to how Catalyst could be improved, I believe that that would be a good outlet for that. Um, Also, if you're wanting to get involved with Catalyst, you can go over to Idea Scale, and just start getting involved over there. But Alec, looking out and looking how the community can get involved and how the community can support you, what are some ways that the average Cardano user could support you and Tap Tools?
Yes, I will say the Catalyst funding is on Wednesdays.
Oh, it's
It's
on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. But how to find TapTools and us and how to support us. We're really crypto Twitter is where we're at majority of the time. So at TapTools on Twitter, follow us. We show a lot. We update a lot on Twitter. That's where you can really support us a lot. We have a Facebook page, Instagram page, but um, TapTools_IO, I believe. And
Hey, let's double
yeah,
check that.
okay.
And so I'm almost positive that you're right.
It might
You
not be
would
an
know better than
underscore.
me.
I think it might just be TapTools.io.
Let's
But let me check it out.
Yeah, man. I love what yeah, it's just at Tap Tools.
In regards to Facebook?
No, I'm sorry. In regards to Twitter.
Oh yeah, yes,
Uh,
yes.
um, but the Facebook one is _IO. Is that what you're saying?
That's the one I'm not certain about.
Yeah.
I know Twitter.
Yeah, I mean the majority of crypto communication happens on Twitter.
Yes.
And so I mean it's even Jack has mentioned there's a whole ecosystem inside of Twitter called crypto Twitter. And
Yes.
so it's crazy. Um yeah, for anyone else, do any of your other devs run stake pools? Do you guys have any other ways for the people to support you guys?
Currently not. We don't have a stake pool operating, but we have plans on it.
Okay.
And we want to support the active decentralization. So if we do it, it's not going to be in terms to make money by any means. It's to give back or to give to charity or maybe give individuals a discount on Pro. So there's a lot of things we could do with a stake pool. But in terms of supporting us, we haven't released. This is how a lot of projects do it: is they release a token, they have an idea of a project, they release a token, they get all this money, then they don't really build it, and then people are mad and investors get mad. Or we release a NFT project, all right, this is what we're going to do, and then don't do it, and all this other stuff. We haven't released a token, we haven't released an NFT, we haven't asked for $1. The way to really support us is to support us with TapTools Pro. So if you want the data analytics and you want to dive deep into to make informed decisions on trading native assets on Cardano, that's really where you're going to be able to support us.
Yeah. So in the meantime, until TapTools Pro comes out, everyone go over to TapTools, check out what they got going on. Use the integration that they built out. It's super smooth user experience. I know once I started going on there, I go on there multiple times now before buying any other tokens. I go on there to check and see how my tokens have been doing that I've been buying. So I wanted to thank you. Thank you for your time, Alec. Thank you for you and your team building something that we can all use and enjoy. And thank congratulations on your Catalyst proposal getting funded. Hopefully that gets to you guys here in the next day or two. And then that way it can give the team a little bit of relief and reward for all your hard work. But again, thank you for your time here today. Everyone go out and support TapTools, support Alec and his team. And yeah, thank you again.
Reagan, thank you.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.